A man calls 911. He says he just came home and found a stranger stabbing his wife. He says he shot the intruder dead to save her. He's an armed federal agent. His story is clean, it's heroic, and it's exactly what you'd expect. There's just one problem. Almost none of it is true. By the end of this, you'll understand how a so-called perfect family man built a murder plot out of a fake online profile. A stranger who thought he was showing up for a date, and a lie he rehearsed down to the 911 call. It sounds invented, isn't? Every detail was proven in a Virginia courtroom, and the jury did something almost nobody expected. This is a real case. The place is Herndon, Virginia. The date is February 24th, 2023. The husband is Brendan Banfield, a criminal investigator with the IRS. His wife, Christine, was a 37-year-old pediatric ICU nurse, the kind of person who spent her shifts keeping sick children alive. The man found dead in their bedroom was a 39-year-old named Joseph Ryan. Brendan said he'd never met him. That part, that they were strangers, was the one true thing he told police. Everything Ryan believed about why he was, there was a lie someone else had written for him. Just after 8 a.m., officers reached the house. Inside the bedroom, they found Christine on the floor, bleeding from 7 stab wounds to her neck. Nearby was Joseph Ryan, shot dead. Brendan's account was simple. He'd come home, found a stranger attacking his wife, drawn his government-issued firearm, and fired. A husband protecting his family. He even rendered aid, he said, as she died. But there was someone else in the house that morning. The family's au pair, a 22-year-old woman from Brazil named Juliana Pérez Magalhães. And she told police something strange, that she had also fired a shot at the intruder. 2 people, 2 guns, 1 dead stranger. Where was the couple's 4-year-old daughter during all this? In the basement? And that detail, the child in the basement, is where the perfect story starts to come apart. Here's what investigators slowly uncovered. Joseph Ryan didn't break into the house. He was invited. Someone had created a profile on a fetish website called Afati Life, posing as a woman named Anastasia 9, looking for a stranger to act out a violent fantasy. Ryan believed he was showing up for a consensual encounter with the woman in that profile. He thought he was meeting Christine. He had no idea he was walking into a setup. So who built the fake profile? That answer came from the one person who'd been in the house and hadn't told the whole truth, the au pair. Because investigators had found something that didn't fit Brendan's hero story. Blood pattern analysis in the bedroom suggested it wasn't an intruder who wielded the knife on Christine. It pointed back at her own husband. Then the motive surfaced. Months earlier, in August 2022, Brendan had started an affair with Juliana, the young woman living in his home, caring for his daughter. And according to her later testimony, Brendan didn't want a divorce. He told her that if they split up, his wife would have more money than he would. And he wanted custody of their daughter. So instead of leaving the marriage, he decided to end it another way. He wanted to be rid of his wife. The plan was monstrous in its simplicity. Lure a stranger to the house, make it look like he attacked Christine. Then stop him and play the grieving hero who got there too late. Here's how that morning actually unfolded, according to Juliana's testimony. She waited in a car outside the house with the 4-year-old. Brendan waited at a nearby McDonald's. When Ryan arrived, Juliana called him. They moved the little girl to the basement. They went up to the bedroom, and there was Joseph Ryan, a man who believed he was there for a date. Brendan shot him. Then he stabbed Christine with the very knife Ryan had brought for the fantasy. When Juliana saw Ryan still moving, she fired the shot that finished him. Then Brendan picked up the phone and became the hero of a story he had written himself. For a while, the hero story held. But it took investigators a year to break it, and the thing that finally broke it was Juliana herself. After Brendan was arrested, she confessed and agreed to testify against him. In exchange, prosecutors offered her a deal, plead guilty to manslaughter, and they'd recommend something close to time served. In January 2026, Brendan Banfield went on trial. Juliana testified for nearly 9 hours. After deliberating just over 8.5 hours, The jury found him guilty on every count: 2 counts of aggravated murder, a firearm charge, and child endangerment, because his daughter was in that house. In June 2026, he was sentenced to life in prison without parole. And here's the twist. When it came time to sentence Juliana, the cooperating witness, the one promised leniency, the judge looked at the deal recommending time served and threw it out. She handed Juliana the maximum the law allowed, 10 years in prison, followed by deportation. The judge decided that helping convict the mastermind didn't erase what she'd done in that bedroom. 2 people died that morning: Christine Banfield, who spent her life saving children, and Joseph Ryan, who showed up believing he was meeting someone who wanted him, and never knew he'd been chosen to be a fall guy. The whole plot depended on one belief: that a confident man with a badge and a clean story would simply be trusted. For a year, he almost was. So here's my question for you. The au pair helped plan it, lured the victim, and fired a shot, but she also handed prosecutors the case that put the mastermind away for life. Was 10 years too much for her, or not nearly enough? Tell me in the comments. I read them. If this is the kind of story you can't believe actually happened, subscribe, because I find a new one every week. I'll see you in the next case.